Good morning, everyone. Before I even explain what we're doing today, make sure you give this vlog a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and tap the notification bell if you're notified when I upload. It is currently like 7:08, 7:09 a.m. I'm not sure, but anyways, as you've seen by the title and thumbnail, I'm gonna be going to a VIP Tarte masterclass, makeup class. So that's why I'm up early. I took a shower. I'm about to brush my teeth and do my hair, and I'll catch you guys later. I am currently inside the mall right now waiting for them to open. I'm early, which is a good thing, so I could get a good seating. As you see, there's Ulta behind me, so catch you guys when we're inside.
Seriously, my product's still here though. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to start at the center of her face. And you don't have to apply a lot of pressure with this. Really, the brush does all the work for you and it blends everything out. The skin like, and it doesn't look like makeup just sitting on top of your skin. So I just kind of keep grabbing a little bit more of the product until I feel the coverage is good.
We're using the foundation first. I was really skeptical of this brush because I've always been used to like a traditional foundation brush. But this is synthetic bristles and it's so tightly on there, the bristles, that it distributes the product.
And like I told you guys, when you hydrate your skin a whole time before, you will not produce as much oil. You really are balancing out your skin. Most people that are really oily are actually dry and they just don't give their skin enough hydration. And you don't want to because you don't want to feel the greasiness, right? But you have to kind of trick it into saying, I already have the oil.
Oh, I got it. Yeah, so, like midday, my concealer, it seems like it's like lifting up.
Coming out?
Yeah.
We'll try to fix that. It's really, really good. The color is perfect. Looks good. Thank you. So I'm going to move on to concealer. So we're going to use our Shape Tape concealer. Have you guys used that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually there's a lot of yeses. It's so weird when there's a lot of no's. Because it's the #1 selling concealer in the country. Amazing concealer, super full coverage, so brightening, nice matte finish. So I'm taking the contour brush, I'm taking this side. And we're going to really, so you're normally, with no makeup on, you're not all around one color, right? So we're using this to kind of highlight the center of the face and conceal the darkness under the eyes really nicely. So I'm taking a little bit of the product again, not a whole lot. And I'm going to go under the eyes, but bring it down a little bit lower. So I'm going to go under her eyes. And I'm going to apply it first before I start kind of blending it out. So I'm going under the eyes, I bring it down a little bit. I'm going to go kind of at the center right here. So all the center of her face. So you guys, it's going to be a little bit different because your face shape's different than hers. But go under the eyes, kind of bring it down, go out towards that corner of your eye. And then I'm just pressing it. I'm not really dragging. You apply the product first, so you kind of place the product down. It won't make you look any more dry.
So I love the brush you're using. Can you talk about that one?
So this is a really, really great brush. We actually never really have it in stock. Really a multi-use brush. And again, our brushes are synthetic, so they don't absorb any product. So they never catch bacteria and they last you a really long time.
So if they wanted the brush, how can they get it?
With this brush, if you spend $150, really apply more product and just kind of without bringing out the edges. So with this, because we kind of brought the concealer down lower, we just want to make sure that we don't see where the line starts and stops. So sometimes I'll go back with the foundation brush and just blend out the edges. Make sure you can't see that line. This brush, remember the powder brush does a really, really good job of blending, so I barely even have to touch my skin with it and it just softens everything up. How do we feel? How's our complexion looking?
It's less glossy for sure.
It really, really is an amazing like airbrush buffer brush. So I'm taking a little bit of the powder. This is our Shape Tape setting powder, which is really, really an amazing powder. So I love this powder because it's super softening, really, really softens. So it almost like blurs out any texture in the skin, setting our makeup, adding a little bit of coverage too. This is a great touch-up powder.
This has Matrixyl 3000 in it, which is a peptide complex, which is really unique. Not a lot of powders have.
Anything look cakey. It's a really, really, even if you feel it, it's a really fine and creamy feeling powder. And yeah, like Cassidy said, it's treating your skin. Two-step powders are really, really fine. So if you feel like you don't like to see powder under the eye, if you have that issue, translucent's really nice. We actually have a Shape Tape setting definition to the face. I'm going to go in with our bronzer now. So I'm taking, you should all have a bronzer in front of you. We're going to go back to that brush that we use Shape Tape with on the other side, the angled side. And this is really going to help to really fit and define your cheek. You can feel where that indent is. So we kind of are going to keep that and scoop that right there. My trick is also like never to go lower than your nose. So kind of keep like a line here in your mind that you're not going to go lower than that. So I'm going to take, and these are really, really pigmented bronzers, so lightweight. I always tap it off before I apply. So I'm going to her cheekbone. So I'm going to go a little bit heavier just so you guys can really see it. Turn your color so they can see.
Do you have a marker of where you stop?
Stop like it. So I like to use the center of the eye. So if you're looking straight ahead, like where your pupil is. Don't go. Push it back into your hair, just so it looks like a really natural and sun-kissed look. She has a natural If anybody needs help, Alicia and Sonia are back there. Some people like a really, really strong bronzer. Some people like it really soft and subtle. If you applied a little bit too much or you went a little bit too low, go back with your buffer brush and just kind of soften that area up. Your buffer brush is going to go back and kind of be like a magic eraser. For me, I do it like this, just so you can't, again, see the line where the bronzer starts and stops.
Right? Snapchat.
I like a lot of bronze, especially because this is like a summer, beachy, bronzy look. So I'm going to a little bit more. I think she can have a little bit more. And I'm going to go down the sides of her nose. You can skip this step if you're not into it. Nose contour.
So can I add a little tip to that? Like, I'm not huge into nose contour. So what I do is that I gently just, kind of like do my nose so it doesn't look off. And then I add a little bit of my highlighter here. But that's me because, I'm super lazy when I do makeup.
So you can see, I didn't blend it out yet, but you can kind of see what it does. Just kind of adds warmth to the center of the face too, but it sculpts it out too. Sculpts out your nose. So I didn't blend it out. I'm going to take the side of the buffer brush and just soften it up like that. I switched brushes because I don't want to add more product. I like the amount of product I put, so I'm taking the buffer, which just has powder on it, and blending that out. Okay, so we're going to go on to blush now. So we have these on the tables for you guys. This is really, really cute. Using the same brush, the flat side. Going in with the blush, and again, remember they're really pigmented, so I just hit it on the back of my hand. Helps. But here, and bring it back. Bring it back, but I'm still, if you notice, I'm keeping it going high and not this way. I want to keep those cheekbones up and higher. So I'm going, starting here, and I'm just tapping. This is the peachy one. There's also a rose gold, which is really, really pretty. And then just go over it a little bit and soften it up. I usually do this anyway, just because I like the blush to be there, but I like it to look very, very soft and like you have that blush to your cheeks. So before we move on to the highlight step, if you don't have one, just wait for your neighbor to pass it to you.
When you use your buffer throughout your lipstick, you don't need any more powder on it.
Okay, so now we're going to go under the highlight. I'm taking this flatter.
I don't know which side.
Longer.
Oh, yeah.
To the longer side.
Oh.
Yeah. To the longer side, and then we're going to go in with our highlight. I tap it off, and so we're going to go on the highest parts of the cheekbone. So for her, it's right
Which
here.
side? I think it's this one.
And I'm really lightly, keep your hand far back on that brush. Just really lightly hitting the tops of the cheekbones. And you can see, turn your head that way. You can see, and it really hits in a different lighting too. So when she turns her head, we don't have a lot of lighting right here, but in the sun it'll look different if another light hits her. Highest points of the cheekbone. Can you guys see them?
So it would be like right here.
Center of the nose. Also will go here on the Cupid's bow. So remember what we were highlighting with the shape tape for the higher points? Now I'm going in with just a little bit of the highlighter, the actual highlighter. And
Yeah, I'll pass.
you can actually also use this in your skincare routine. I inhaled some of it. It's got really, really shape tape, eye primer. It's a pencil. It's got a really nice tone to it. It helps to brighten. So this is for the eyelids. So this is great even without makeup. If you're not really wearing too much makeup, most times, you know, your eyelids, the thinner skin, so it's either has a little bit of darkness or you can see like veins through it. This kind of helps to conceal, give you all one color, and just brighten. So I just dotted a little bit on it, and then you just take your finger and blend it out like that. It's also something if you have dark circles or like the inner corner of your eye is a little bit darker, and maybe a little bit of blue or purple shows through. This kind of helps to color correct. So you can put a little dot of this underneath before your concealer to help with that. But it's together on the other brow.
Is that the black one? Oh, I'm sorry, I gave you the wrong one.
So you want to take this, and it's a really nice small brush so that you don't get it all over your face. But I'm going to lift the brow up a little bit, and I'm starting in the center here.
There's a medium,
And just
a
kind
lighter
of
one
combing
too,
with the
just
hair
in
growth.
case. Do you like that color?
The lighter one.
Yeah.
All you're doing really is combing through the hairs with your natural shape. Anywhere that you have some missing spaces, like any missing gaps, you focus it a little bit more there. The skin through, so this just kind of adds some definition there. But it's quick. Instead of trying to do this with a pencil, that would take you forever. You're just combing right through.
you pass me a mascara comb, please?
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh, I didn't know we had these too.
You
I
really
needed
can
that.
use the angle of the brush to kind of define. So to
I'll
kind
get
of
my
give you
eyebrows
like the
done
shape
after
if you
this.
need a little bit of this, cleaning up with a little bit of concealer underneath. But try that on the other eye.
Okay.
And just getting in there with some detail.
Yeah. Yeah. They look good. Color looks
Okay,
good
so we're
too.
gonna go on to eyeshadow. Make sure we have enough time for this. So if you guys are ready, we are taking our
Okay, I've never
Tarte
done
Blue.
eyeshadow.
Anybody want the brow gel? Anybody know they like it and want one of those?
Medium brown?
Medium them and cold press them by hand. So it's really nice. We're giving back to a whole nother area of the world while we're sourcing ingredients from them. But that's what's infused into the eyeshadow palette. So they're really, really buttery and really, really easy to blend and work with. So I'm taking this double-ended brush now, and I'm taking the fluffy side, the longer side, and I'm gonna take the shade Smarty Pants, and I usually do this with every look in a color like this, just to kind of give us some shape to the eyelid. So I'm taking Smarty Pants, I dust it off, or I tap on.
You feel like a bone a little bit?
Oh, okay, okay. I don't even put eyeshadow on.
And this will kind of just give you a nice shape to the eye.
I'm scared to put it.
Start from the corner,
Oh,
and
from
you
here.
press in, and then you find your natural
And then it'll go
curve.
there.
Yeah, so just
Because I don't know, I don't usually put eyeshadow on.
yeah, no, that's perfect. So I'm gonna point it to you.
Okay.
So don't be afraid to even go like this,
Oh,
and then
okay.
focus over here. You see?
Oh, okay,
Do you
okay.
feel that?
Yeah. That's where.
Yeah.
And then I'll just go back.
Mhm. Just lightly go back and forth like she's doing.
So do that on both eyes. I kind of went in twice.
I would go like about 3/4. That way it's not all the way in.
More definition.
Just right here.
Look, what color was
This
it?
is really nice. This is our transition shade, so every shade will blend into this. It kind of will help to make everything look super seamless.
Oh, okay. Just,
And this is the easy shade.
Look how
You really
good
don't
that looks
have to-
already.
you can't really
Thank you.
mess this up.
You're welcome.
Kind of blend it all the way out. Again, if you guys notice where my hand is placed on the brush, really far back. Let the brush do all the work for you.
So hold the brush more from.
this side?
Yes.
Just
Show us how you were holding the brush. See that?
far back.
Yes.
Oh.
If you're here, if you're using it too far, if you're using it too close up, you're putting too much pressure and you're just gonna keep moving the product. The farther back you put it, the easier the brush can just do the work and give you that really nice blended look. You guys were using it really close up.
No, we were using the wrong brush.
Oh. Okay, so next shade, that was Smarty Pants. Next shade, I'm gonna flip sides, use that flatter side. I'm gonna take the shade Rebel. Bottom row. And this, I'm gonna go up, I'm holding it down. I'm gonna place this right on her lash line.
Just the corner or?
Just the corner, yeah. So if you guys wanna watch this step first, so I have it on my brush, I just kind of dust it off. And I'm just pressing on the outer corner lash line. See, right there. It's okay, we're gonna blend it out. Don't worry about it looking not that great yet. I'm gonna do the same thing on the inner corner. It doesn't look that great yet, but I'm kind of gonna do like a halo eye effect. So you want a little bit of darker on the inner corner and darker on the outer corner. This look, I'm doing this type of look because it looks good on really every eye shape. It's gonna make every eye shape look really nice and open. So do this on both sides.
Did you put in the inner corner too?
So inner and outer corner, both sides of the eye. Looks crazy, right? But look, leave the center open and just kind of add those that dark color. that outer and inner.
So beautiful. Did you mention this palette won Best Bridal Palette in Allure magazine? Like, it's such a perfect palette for every day. You can bump it up. I use it for travel. I take Sweetheart as my blush and Funny Girl as my face highlight, so you can use it for multiple things too. But it's such a good palette.
So if you're feeling bold today, I'm going to do the same exact step with the shade Leader right next to it, just a little bit darker. You could stop if you just want it to be really, really light. I want you guys to really be able to see it.
We're not blending it.
Just placing the eyeshadows. So you can see how the center is really, really bold in the outer and inner. And it doesn't look perfect at all. So this is really, it's easy. It comes together really, really nicely at the end. So now that I applied those two shades, now I'm going to flip back to the fluffy side. And just on the top, I'm leaving the pigment really at the bottom, but just kind of blending the top of it. And I'm not moving it higher. I'm keeping the brush right there and just kind of moving in a circle in that one spot, just to kind of blend out the top edge. Both sides. So just kind of place it right at the top of the highest point of the shadow. Just in a circular motion a couple of times, just to kind of blend out that edge a little bit.
The circle.
Looks so great on everyone.
Okay, so then I'm going to take, I kind of wiped off, I'm using the same brush, and I just kind of wiped it off on a tissue. Back of your hand's fine. And I'm going to take the flat side and go into the shade Firecracker. Like you see, I'm kind of loading up this time, putting a lot of it on there. Firecracker, and then my spray, 2 sprays on there. And then I'm going to do this, I'm really like eating the spray. And then right on spray. And that spray really, really intensifies the pigment. So another way that I use that spray, I always wet, you know, when you use the shimmery shadows, to really make it pop, you can wet it. And I took the shade Funny Girl, that lower, the left one, and I'm going to spray, and I'm going to put this on the center of the shade that I just put. So I don't want it to be all over where I just put that bronzy shade, just the center. On what color? Funny Girl. Oh. So kind of put it on the edge of your brush like this. Put it on your brush like this. Just on the tip of the flatter side that we just used. And then you can do a little spray. It's kind of damp already, so you're okay without it. And then just go right in the center. So can you guys see what the effect does on her? How it just really, really brightens just the center of her eye. So remember again how I told you, like, where the light hits is where we want the focus to be. We kind of want to brighten the center of the face. We're doing the same exact thing for the eye. So we're really brightening the center of her eye. Looks so pretty on you.
Gorgeous.
Okay. So I'm kind of just wiping off my brush again. I have a tissue in my hand that I just keep. And now I'm going to take the shade Smarty Pants. I just wiped the tip of the brush off. And I'm using this side again in the same exact way, just the tip of it. And I'm going to have her look up. And I'm just going to go right underneath the lash line. Smarty Pants, just the tip of the brush, and look up, hold your mirror up, and right under those lashes. lashes, your bottom lashes look a little bit fuller. It really brings the look together.
Everyone's pros already in here. Everyone looks so good.
I normally don't even put eyeshadow.
Yeah.
So I'm over here just doing too much.
I'm usually like 2 shadows and I'm done, but I can bump it up with that
Yeah, I
palette.
usually just wear eyeliner. And then like,
It looks
I
really
wanted to
pretty
see
on you.
like,
So with this is something that you could definitely do, you know, in the daytime and maybe not add that darker shade that we used. You can make this even deeper too. So like using these shades, the Smoke Show and Activist, if you want a really, really smoky eye, you could do the same look but add the darker shades instead of these two. And it will be super intense, especially when you're doing the highlight in the center because it's so dark on the outer and inner. It will really, really intensify your look.
I'm really minimal and I don't like to use a lot of different products. I like a small makeup bag. So even wetting your brush and using those deeper shades for liner, like you can use it for so many different things, that palette. Did anyone want to grab the eye primer we used? This we used all over the lid. You can also use this underneath the eye to correct. Want to do that?
This is what's going to make your eyeshadow really stick and not crease or fade away at all throughout the day. And remember, we were able to use it on the inner corner to really brighten if you have a little bit of darker circles because it color corrects.
And then also we have a couple In Bloom palettes. This is like a must-have for sure.
If you have this eyeshadow palette, honestly, you could do so many looks with this. There's actually a card in there that shows you a different look too. It kind of has like a, but this one, you wouldn't need any other palette. I love this palette.
Okay. This one's sheer, so it's not like anything crazy, but they're really pretty. So the pinky one for all.
So I'm currently inside Ulta right now waiting for my mom, just walking around looking at things. So this is the after look. I don't know if you can see it. I'll show you guys when I get outside. And I'm gonna purchase some stuff too, so yeah, I'll catch you guys when my mom gets here. So I just got out of Ulta. I made my little purchase, got my little gift for not wasting, but spending $50. So that's okay, because last time I spent like 150, almost 200. But anyways, I don't know if you can see it, but this is the after look. I'm not good with eyeliner, so I'm still working on that. But yeah, waiting for my mom now.